I say? Can I say?
Yeah.
Or
So
can I say?
what is radius? Yes. Someone said, can I say? What is radius? Yes, someone said, I want to say. Who's that? Yes, Aryan. Okay, Vajra, what is radius?
So it is the half of the diameter.
Yes, Mukta, what is radius?
The point
Okay.
and the circumference.
Yes, Saksham. I guess Mukta, you'll have to improve your internet connectivity. Yes, Saksham.
The distance from the center of the circle to the circumference.
Perfect. It's a distance between center of circle to the any point on the circumference of the circle. So what is exactly radius? Radius is the line segment. Abhishek Majan, what is it? It's a line segment. So there is a difference between the line and the line segment. So this is a segment. So when a line is drawn, or when uh, line is drawn between the two fixed points, it is called as line segment. And if we draw two arrows to it, then it is called as, line. So there is a difference between the line and line segment. So this is line L, and the AB is segment AB. So there is a difference, a major difference between the line and a line segment. Are you understanding, guys? Any doubt till here? So I hope you understood what exactly is a line and line segment, and then center of circle and what is a circle. So I cleared by now 4 concepts. I'll repeat quickly so that if you're watching it the video properly and carefully, you will understand. So first is what is circle. I explained. Circle is the all the points which are at fixed distance from the fixed point. All the points which are at fixed distance from the fixed point, that circular shape is called a circle, and then that fixed point is called as center of circle. And then I explained what is this line. Line is infinite on both the corner. And then I explained what is line segment. That is the fixed distance between the 2 points is called as line segment. And now we have radius. So what is a radius? A radius is a line segment. Radius is a line segment, and line segment joining center of the circle to the any point of the circumference is called as radius. Now let's move further. So how many radii can be drawn in the circular region?
Infinite.
Very good. There are infinite radii can be drawn. There are infinite. Why there are infinite radii? Can someone justify that? Yes, Aksham. Why there are infinite radii? Aksham. Because how many points are on the circumference? Guess. How many points on the circumference?
Infinite one.
There are infinite points.
Side.
So if there are infinite points on the circumference, how many radii can be drawn? Bolo?
Infinite.
Infinite radii.
Infinite.
Now this radii is a plural of radius word. Are you getting it? Radius is singular and radii is plural word. Okay. Now, so we can draw infinite radii in a same circle, and they all are of same measure. And what is the measure of this radius? What is the measure of this radius, or what is the measurement of the radius? Is just the distance or the shortest.
Half of the diameter.
It's a half of the diameter. So what exactly is a diameter? The next word is what is diameter?
So the diameter is the biggest chord of the circle.
Yeah, that could be one of the definitions, but by now we do not know what is a chord. So we'll have to justify with the diameters. It's the longest chord. We can say it's the longest chord. But what is it?
Is a line segment joining 2 points on a circumference passing through the center of the circle.
Perfect, perfect. That's good. Thumbs up. Perfect answer. Diameter is a line segment joining any 2 point on the circumference and passing through the center of the circle and passing through the center of the circle. So that is called as diameter. Okay. If you'll join any top 2 points on the circumference and if it is passing through the center, then that is called as diameter. Now, how many diameters can be drawn in a circle?
One.
Kavish, think once again.
Savan.
How many diameters can be drawn?
2.
Infinite.
Infinite.
Sir,
Finite.
infinite.
Yes, there are infinite diameters can be drawn because there are infinite points. So infinite points can be drawn with infinite number of the lines and those which are passing through the center of the circle. So Kavish, how many diameters can be drawn in one circle?
Infinite.
Saksham, do, char, ya infinite? Infinite, very good. Okay, so guys, we'll move ahead. After diameter, okay, there is something called as chord. Now, what is chord? A chord, what do you mean by chord?
So it's any line segment joining two points on the circumference. And diameter is a
So the line segment which joins 2 points on the circumference without passing from the center.
Why we have to put that condition without passing
line
through the center?
segment.
Then how the
It can pass
diameter
on the
is called as the
center also,
longest chord? Yeah, chord can. Chord का एक ही definition है. Any a line segment. Please understand. It's a line segment joining any 2 point on the circumference. That's it. We do not have to consider whether it is passing through the center, whether it is not passing through the center. वो हमको consider करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Chord is something, a line joining any 2 points, or else a line segment which join any 2 point on the circumference is called as chord. That's it. Simple. Okay. Regarding the chords, how many chords can be drawn? How many chords can be drawn in the same circle?
Infinite.
Of course, infinite chords can be drawn in the same circle. And okay, one more interesting thing related to the chord is, like, as we come closer and closer to the center, we can see the length of the chord is increasing or decreasing. As we come closer and closer to the center of the circle, the length of the chord is increasing. And vice versa. And vice versa means as we'll go far from the center, the length of the chord is decreasing. Are you understanding? The length of the chord is decreasing. As we'll go far from the center of the circle, the length of the chord is decreasing. I hope you understood what I mean by that. And all these things we have already learned in standard 7. But why I'm repeating all these things? Guys, understand, particular 9th standard में हम लोगों को ये properties पढ़ने के हैं. And all those properties, we're going to learn 4 properties related to the chord in this particular standard, in the 9th standard. So what I want, you must know all these words, understanding very well in your brain. Otherwise क्या हो जाएगा, आपको पता नहीं चलेगा कि like what the sir mean or what the teacher mean by saying that particular word. Apart from that, this circumference के related एक चीज हमने छोड़ दिया है. Circumference is nothing but 2 pi r or else pi d, or else it is also called as perimeter of circle. You'll have to just remember that will come in area and perimeter of the circle in 9th standard. Okay. So just remember that this circumference is nothing but this circular track over here. So the length of the circular track is measured, and that is called as perimeter. Okay. And the perimeter का formula है, perimeter of the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. I hope you are understanding. Okay. Everyone, please write it on this in your book. Okay, so guys, we will now learn what exactly is tangent, what is secant, and what is chord. So, what is chord? We have already seen in the just above video. So what is chord? Chord is a line segment joining any 2 points on the circumference, isn't it? And now what is the difference between the tangent and secant? Okay, see, look at this. Tangent and secant, both are lines. First of all, understand. That's the major difference between the chord and tangent, or chord and secant. Okay, chord is a line segment and tangent is a line. So there is a major difference, that tangent is a line and this is a line segment. I just now explained what is a line and line segment. There is a major difference between the line and line segment. Okay, now tangent is a line which touches the circle exactly in one point. Are you getting it? And that point is called as point of contact. This particular point is called as point of contact. Point of contact. And if we try and draw the radius over here, the radius and the tangents are always perpendicular. That will be the property which we're going to learn in standard 10. Now let's move ahead further. I hope you understood what exactly is tangent. Now let me tell you what is secant. So secant is a line passing through any 2 points of the circle. Are you getting it? That is called as secant. So what is secant line? A line which passing through more than 1 point. More than 1 point, either 2, 3, 4, or many points. Are you getting it? So that is the difference between the tangent and secant, or that is the difference between the tangents and chord, or that is the difference between the secant and chord. I hope you understood. Please draw this quickly in your book and keep it ready. Okay, guys. So moving further, we will see something called a sector. Now you can see there is this small smiley portion over here, or there are 2 points A and B on the circumference. Now this small portion from A to B is called as an arc, A-R-C, an arc. Are you getting it? Now someone will say, sir, what if this portion would be called as, even that is arc AB? Yes, even that is called as an arc AB. But in that case, that is called as arc AXB. Why that is called as arc AXB? Because that is major arc and this would be minor arc. So minor arc is generally less than 180 degree. Are you getting it? Minor arc is generally less than 180 degree. And this major arc is generally more than 180 degree. Are you understanding? And what if it is exactly the arc is 180 degree? That should be one of the standard question. What if the arc is exactly 180 degree? Then that will be called as a semicircle. What that will be called as? A semicircle. Are you all understanding? That will be called as a semicircle. So now portion between this minor arc and these two radii is shaded with this blue color is called as minor sector, and the white portion is called as major sector. And now student, how to recognize which is minor sector and what is major sector? Simple. When this angle, when the central angle is less than 180 degree, it is called as minor sector. And if the central angle is more than 180 degree, then it is called as major sector. And what if this theta is exactly 180 degree? Then it is called as semicircle. I hope you understood. You'll have to understand, student, one more thing. See, this arc is generally measured in two ways. One is in degree format and one is in the perimeter format. If it is in the degree format, then it is generally considered as this angle is equal to the same as this central angle. Now, what is this? All these things we're going to learn in standard 10 once again. So no need to worry in case if you did not understand something. And how to find this length or the perimeter of this arc AB, that is also very simple. That is theta upon 360 into 2 pi r करेंगे तो हमको ये length of arc AB मिल जाएगा. In that case ये theta दिया होना जरूरी है. I hope you understood what is this. So we learned few things. Something is called as minor arc. Minor arc is generally denoted with the small alphabets, I mean 2 alphabets AB. Major arc, which is generally denoted with 3 alphabet AXB. Minor arc is less than 180 degree. Major arc is generally more than 180 degree. That is one thing. Then we learn something called as minor sector and major sector. Please guys write it down this quickly in your book and keep your notes ready. Okay. Okay guys, so here is the last concept of this 9th standard for the circle chapter. Something is called a segment. And now what is a segment? Okay, what does this segment means? So if you draw a chord and if we have something is called as arc, then the area between the chord and the arc is called as segment. I'll repeat, the area between the arc, follow my cursor, and the chord is called as segment. And now there are two types of the segment. One is minor segment and something is called as major segment. Now what is minor segment? Minor segment is a segment where center of circle does not exist. And major segment is a segment where center of circle exists. Are you getting it? Now someone will think a little weirdly like, sir, what if this chord is a diameter? Then what we'll call it, minor segment or the major segment? Simple. We will neither call minor nor will call major, but we will call that a semicircle. Is that clear to you all? I hope you have understood this segment part also. Please put it